Jimmy Zhong was a shy, overweight teenager, unattractive and struggling to socialize. His parents, Chinese immigrants in Atlanta, were constantly busy, giving him little attention or affection. Since childhood, he suffered from bullying due to his shyness and autism diagnosis. To escape his reality, he found refuge in his computer and the internet, developing exceptional skills in computing. In 2009, with the creation of Bitcoin, Jimmy saw an opportunity. Using his laptop, he mined 5,000 Bitcoins, which at the time had little value but would later become a multi-million-dollar fortune. However, years later, when he tried to recover his investment, he discovered that his hard drive was damaged and he had lost nearly all of his Bitcoins. This event motivated him to explore new methods for handling cryptocurrencies. While studying computer science at the University of Georgia, he discovered Silk Road, a black market on the dark web, where transactions were conducted using Bitcoin. Curious, he made a purchase of illegal substances, and when attempting to withdraw his balance from the account, he discovered a system error. By clicking twice while withdrawing his balance, his transaction duplicated, allowing him to receive twice the money. He realized that he could exploit this vulnerability, repeating the process multiple times and multiplying his fortune. In no time, he had accumulated over $600,000 in Bitcoins. Jimmy created multiple accounts on Silk Road to systematically repeat the process, eventually obtaining 50,000 Bitcoins, which at their highest value reached $3.7 million. From being a shy, hopeless kid, he became a secret multimillionaire overnight. Although he initially kept a low profile, over time, he started enjoying his wealth. He bought a house and his dream Mercedes-Benz. He traveled with friends, gifting them devices loaded with Bitcoins. He indulged in excess, staying at luxury hotels and surrounding himself with beautiful women, though it is said that he never had relationships with them. He created his own cryptocurrency gambling site, further increasing his wealth. Everything was going well until 2027, when a Reddit user discovered that his wallets were linked to Silk Road. To make matters worse, a change in Bitcoin's blockchain protocol automatically granted him an extra 50,000 Bitcoin cash, making him a billionaire overnight. With so much money, he lost control and started flaunting his fortune. He bought a Lamborghini, a yacht, and jet skis. He gifted thousands of dollars to his friends to spend in Los Angeles. He purchased 20 Rolex watches in a single exhibition and gave them away. He carried a briefcase with $700,000 in cash to impress women. But this luxurious lifestyle was about to collapse. After years of excess and a millionaire lifestyle, in 2019, Jimmy made the worst mistake of his life. Upon returning from a trip, he discovered that someone had broken into his house and stolen his briefcase filled with cash and a large amount of Bitcoin. In a panic, he called the police to report the theft. This simple mistake alerted the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, who started tracing his financial transactions. During their investigation, they discovered that his wallets were linked to Silk Road, a site that had been shut down in 2013 for illegal activities. With this evidence, authorities now had a clear target. November 9th, 2021. Gainesville, Georgia. Jimmy had no idea that the FBI was already after him. After years of surveillance, federal agents obtained a warrant to raid his luxurious mansion. Posing as investigators looking into the theft that Jimmy had reported, they tricked him into letting them inside. But the worst part came when Jimmy, naively, showed them one of his wallets containing over $60 million in Bitcoins. The seized fortune investigators recovered over 50,000 Bitcoins hidden in a safe in the basement, a computer concealed inside a popcorn tin in the bathroom. Additionally, authorities also found $650,000 in cash, nearly 200 kilograms of silver and gold bars. Jimmy voluntarily handed over the wallets, but he even lost some of the coins he had obtained legally before his Silk Road hack. Was Jimmy a criminal or a digital Robin Hood? Jimmy's legal situation was difficult to classify. In a way, he stole from another thief, as the money he obtained came from illegal sources. For this reason, no direct victim could report him. Despite this, in April 2023, he was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in prison for wire fraud. 2024. Jimmy in ruins. April 2024. After being released from prison, Jimmy had lost everything. His fortune disappeared. His friends and luxuries were gone. He had to work as a food delivery driver in his old Mercedes-Benz to survive. Where did his money go? Authorities claimed that his seized fortune was donated to charitable causes, but no official report was ever released detailing how the funds were actually used. March 31st, 2023. The US government announced the sale of 41,000 bitcoins seized from Jimmy, keeping the rest for future auctions. Where is Jimmy Zhong now? To this day, his whereabouts remain unknown. Rumors suggest that members of the mafia are hunting him down for revenge. Easy money comes fast, but disappears even faster. Jimmy Zhong's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed, recklessness, and the illusion of invincibility that often accompanies sudden wealth. He went from being a bullied, introverted teenager to an underground millionaire. But his lack of foresight led him to the ultimate downfall. While his intelligence and technical skills were extraordinary, his arrogance and inability to remain discreet sealed his fate. Instead of securing his fortune wisely, he sought validation by flaunting his wealth, buying luxury cars, giving away Rolex watches, and carrying hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash just to impress women. This need for recognition ultimately led him straight into the hands of the authorities. Jimmy's story also highlights an important lesson about the unpredictability of digital assets and the legal risks of operating in the shadows. No matter how much money you accumulate, if it is acquired through illicit means or unchecked loopholes, it will always be at risk. Success is not just about making money. It's about knowing how to protect, manage, and sustain it over time. A single mistake, like calling the police out of panic, was enough to erase everything he had built. True wealth is not measured by how much money you make, but by how wisely you manage and preserve it.
Si quieres ver otro caso impactante, aquí te dejo uno. Suscríbete al canal y activa la campanita para no perderte nuestro contenido. Nos vemos en el próximo video.